ẹ̀ka àárọ̀ ìròyìn ní ṣókí iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀wọ́ kejì àwọn ọmọ ológun iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀wọ́ kẹfà àwọn ọmọ ológun ti ní òun ti fi kélé òfin gbé àwọn afurasí olè ají epo bẹntiróòlù gbé mọ́kàndínlógún tí wọ́n sì tún ba ẹbu ìfọpo 22 tí kò bófin mu jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n tún rí lítà epo bẹntiróòlù 150 tí wọ́n jí gbé tí owó rẹ̀ tó 50 mílíọ̀nù náírà gbà padà lọ́wọ́ wọn láwọn ibùdó ìfọpo tó ń bẹ láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Niger Delta. Iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun náà fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé àṣeyọrí yìí ni wọ́n ṣe lẹ́yìn bí oṣù kan tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́ ìfimúfínlẹ̀ láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ bíi 4 àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aláàbò mìíràn tí wọ́n dìjọ ṣiṣẹ́ náà papọ̀. Adelé igbákejì olùdarí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun náà ọ̀gágun àgbà Jonah Danjuma ló sọ lójú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nínú àtẹ̀jáde tó fi síta nílùú Port Harcourt. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí Danjuma ṣe wí, àwọn olè ají epo gbọ́n yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí Danjuma ṣe wí, àwọn olè ají epo gbọ́n, àwọn tó ń ba ọ̀pá epo jẹ́ àtàwọn tó ń hùwà ọ̀daràn mìíràn ní agbègbè Niger Delta ni wọ́n fojú sùn lásìkò ìgbésẹ̀ yìí. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ti buwọ́ lu wíwọ́gi lé owó pọ̀ nínú gbèsè tí iléeṣẹ́ ìpọnpọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa NNPCL jẹ sí àpò àsùnwọ̀n ìjọba àpapọ̀. Owó yìí ló tó bílíọ̀nù 8 dọ́là àti tírílíọ̀nù 6 náírà lẹ́yìn tí àwọn igun méjèèjì tọ́rọ̀ kàn fẹnu ọ̀rọ̀ jóná. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ló jẹ jáde nínú àtẹ̀jáde tí àjọ tó ń rí sí àkóso ẹ̀ka ìpèsè epo rọ̀bì nílẹ̀ yìí fi síta níbi ìpàdé àjọ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ àpò àsùnwọ̀n ìjọba àpapọ̀. Ìtẹ̀jáde náà ló ṣe àfihàn bí àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ tọ́rọ̀ kàn ṣe fẹnu ọ̀rọ̀ jóná lórí ìgbésẹ̀ yìí. Ìgbésẹ̀ ààrẹ yìí nírètí wà wípé yóò fòpin sí fàǹfà ọjọ́ pípẹ́ èyí tó ti wà láàrin iléeṣẹ́ ìpọnpọ̀ NNPCL àti àjọ tó ń sí ọ̀rọ̀ àpò àsùnwọ̀n ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Èyí ló pe ìròyìn ní ṣókí wa fún ti wákàtí yìí ẹ̀ máa yáṣẹ́.
Brighten up your day in so many ways. To 98.5 Oluyole 98.5 98.5 FM.
To listen to the hottest sound. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 98.5 FM. Ibadan. You're listening to the urban frequency.
behalf of the board, management, and the entire workforce of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Chief Mrs. Dotun Olaito, Chairman of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, warmly congratulate His Excellency, Engineer Sheyi Makinde, FNSE, the Executive Governor of Oyo State and Vice Chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum, on the occasion of his 58th birthday.
Your Excellency, your visionary leadership, dedication to governance, and steadfast commitment to the development of Oyo State continue to inspire hope and progress across our dear state. We celebrate a purpose leader whose passion for service and people-centered governance is clearly evident.
We pray that Almighty God grants you long life, good health, renewed strength, and divine wisdom as you continue to lead Oyo State to greater heights.
Happy 58th birthday, Your Excellency, Engineer Sheyi Makinde, FNSC, the Executive Governor of Oyo State.
Announcer, Chief Mrs. Dotun Olaito, Chairman, Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State.
Listen all you want. It's always free. Thanks for showing us the way to better radio.
Oluyole
'A wonderful morning to you, and welcome aboard Breakfast Fiesta on Oluyole 98.5 FM this beautiful Monday morning, the 29th day in the month of December, year 2025. My name is Jamila Ilibide, and I'm so excited to be here today. I was excited to come on there, and I have right here with me, I do.
Shekuni here. Welcome to Breakfast Fiesta right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. 12 minutes gone past 10, and of course I am happy as well, and you can tell from Jamila's voice that she's really elated that it's just 2 days to New Year.
2 days.
Now we say it feels like the longer you leave, the faster the year goes by.
Oh, really?
It kind of feels like you get familiar with the rhythm of the year. Unlike those who are still a lot younger. So they kind of feel like, okay, yeah, it's a long year. But for you, it's like you've seen it all.
It doesn't have to do with the age.
I think so.
There are some years that seem very, very slow. But this
Because of the
2025,
I don't know. Okay, well, but for me, it kind of feels like whether or not things are happening, great, it feels so like the year just goes by. Like if you choose this is January, by the time it's just December. So for me, irrespective of what is happening, it feels like the year moves faster than when I was younger.
the older you get.
Yes.
And responsibility.
I think familiarity has something to do with it as well.
Responsibility.
I don't know.
Yes. All right. Welcome aboard Breakfast Fiesta, and we're so happy to have you join us. And we say welcome of the producer, Oladireji Salaudin.
Yes.
Hovering about us like a mother hawk.
I have this. He has those two fingers up.
And Aisha Oladejo,
yes, that's
studio assistant. And radio officer on duty as well.
I haven't seen him this morning.
I think it should be Cousin Fulani.
Cousin Fulani.
You're a capable Cousin Fulani. All right, so it promises to be another engaging, interesting time, as always, on Breakfast Fiesta. I'm telling you, you wouldn't want to miss this.
Because a whole lot has been happening.
Yes,
and this year has been one eventful year for Nigerians. And you ask as a story to tell when it comes to 2025.
Even Nigeria would tell a story if asked. All right, so today on Breakfast Fiesta, we will be reviewing the outgoing year 2025. How have we fared as a country, as a people, and in every aspect of our lives? Well, we'll be taking this short music break, and we'll be back with our guest. Do stay with us.
ọ̀rọ̀ kan gbé mi lọ́kàn ọ̀rọ̀ kan gbé mi lọ́kàn gidi gan. Let me say honey o, màmá kọ́lé mọ́lé, màmá bí mọ́lé mọ́, àṣírí wà oníta. Let me say honey o, àmà rí bá ti ṣe, gbogbo náwó náwó, we go buy Bugatti. Let me say honey o. Look your side and tell the boy you don't surety. Look your side and tell the boy, do you wanna be famous like me? I bet you look at the body, when we live here. I bet you look at the body, when we live here. Like in the book of Isaiah, it's all in the eyes. I see what I desire, so I turn them to pray. Let me say honey, mama kole mole, mama bi mole mo, àṣírí wa oníta. Let me say honey, mama rí bá ti ṣe, gbogbo náwó, we go buy Bugatti. Let me say honey, orí ló mọ̀ dọ́là, mo ti ná dọ́là. Ẹ bá mi kí máa ń mọ́ta, ẹ bá mi kí máa ń fẹ́ta, ẹ bá mi kò ní mo ti lówó, ẹ bá mi kò ní mo ti kọ́lé, ẹ bá mi kò ní mo ti lọ́lá, ẹ bá mi kò ní mi ò ní ìjọ bá bọ́dé o, ọjà mi ò bá bọ́dé o, orí mi kò lè délé, àdúrà ló lè ṣe é ṣòwò. Let me say honey o, màmá kọ́lé mọ́lé, màmá bí mọ́lé mọ́, àṣírí wà oníta.
Wherever you are, welcome back. It's Breakfast Fiesta on Oluyole 90.5 FM. 18 minutes gone past 10. Before we went for that music break, we were talking about the fact that 2025 has been an eventful year.
Truly eventful.
Where a whole lot happened in 2025. And for me, it feels like the things that actually defined or set year 2025 on its path happened before 2025.
Yes.
Okay, so it was more like 2025 was really key. Exactly. I had a lot it inherited, from past years, especially talking about 2023 when President Tinubu came on board as the president of this country. And not just that, we had a whole lot in terms of labor, should I say, unrest. Yeah, we've had gone on strike several times. We had even the Nursing and Midwife Association of Nigeria going on strike.
That's from the health sector.
Exactly.
And we had a lot of political
issues as well. Talk about the saga in the National Assembly. All of that put together. So we have a whole lot to talk about, and gladly we have our guests, two guests in the studio this morning to help us with this conversation. And I have to say, they're round pegs and round hole. And yes,
absolutely.
Yes, I also will say, especially Honorable Ariago. It's been a long time I saw his face.
The House of Representatives,
yes,
and a seasoned public affairs analyst. You're welcome aboard Breakfast Fiesta.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, Sydney, I know you're probably just looking at like, hey, by the time I'm done with you,
yeah, it's fast spent.
Yes, it is.
That is it. But basically, I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
To share my thoughts with you.
Thank you. All right, and to Jamila's left, we have Mr. Obadiah Oloronimbe. He's an economist and a politician. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
All the way from Lagos.
Yes. I have to say, when I walked into the reception this morning, it was right there. Okay, so I was like,
and I just said, typical Lagosians don't sleep.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Ekule.
Ekabo.
Some of you think we don't even speak Yoruba at all.
You're welcome, sir.
Our listeners too at home.
All right.
We appreciate you.
So, Oluyole, it's been a very eventful year, just like Ndou said. On our political landscape, it's been all forms of coalitions, realignments, defections. Just some months ago, or maybe some weeks, let me say weeks, we had a lot of defections from one party to the other. The wranglings between the River State went on for a long time. At a point, there was the declaration of a state of emergency, suspension, reinstatement, and we hope that will be the end of the whole issue. Well, maybe with the defection of the governor.
Yeah, the APC now.
Just this December. And we've had a lot of movements too, and a lot of activities in the National Assembly. From your point of view, how have we fared as a nation politically in 2025?
Given the history of Nigeria politically, how have we fared? You see, what happened vis-a-vis the so-called whether carpet crossing or cross-carpeting, you know, that came into our lexicon in the 60s. And ever since it has been with us, and it will never cease to be with us as long as this nation exists politically and we practice people rooted democracy, which we call every 4 years you have to go to the poll to go and elect. Whether your votes count or not is another thing. We will continue to have such, and it is embedded in democracy. Such democracy comes first is self-preservation. When you're in the plane, they introduce the processes to you. What they say that in case there's any drop in pressure, you see something dropping from the top, that is oxygen mask. Fix your own before you try to help someone. Even your child. Don't help your child first. But in Yoruba adage, you said, "Be not Juni Gojo Meni." In the case of you have to what? Take care of yourself first. So the Nigeria own is well founded in that self-preservation, and that is the first law of politics. Read any book on politics.
So it's normal. Is that what you say?
It is human, not normal. It's human. Okay. As long as you live as human, that is what you do first. But in Nigeria, we try to apply it because nothing is founded on service to the people. Even the policy itself is founded on how to, if you have had before, how to add more. If you have never had, it's how to appropriate. Look at politics in Nigeria. In 8 years of Malami as former Attorney General and Minister for Justice, see what has just come out. where a 28-year-old son of his became a group managing director of an establishment that is worth more than 500 billion. Did he start working at the commencement of 2015?
Yes.
Where former Buhari regime started. And he made all those money. Or where did he keep all those funds when he was made a minister? That is to tell you, it's a pointer to that. But like Yoruba will say, it is his own today. Those who are there today, by tomorrow somebody else gets there. We will see worse things. But in Nigerian case, it has always been like that. Like Yoruba will say, yesterday was better than this year. This year, as we were talking, shouting, by next year we'll be shouting that what 2025 was better than 2026.
So in your view, this year is better than previous years.
That you have not understood the Yoruba.
I need clarification on that one.
That means this year, when you compare it and contrast it with last year,
you say it's better.
Yes, sir.
But then we're considering facts here. So does the facts say that it's actually better?
We are not moved into 2026. So this 2026 will be worse than 2025.
Okay.
Basically, that is it. No, it's not.
I look at the response.
I'm not prophesying. Look, Oluyole, Owadari, Orodida, that was in the 80s by Lanre Adepoju, the late Lanre Adepoju. There was another hip-hop. Oluyole, did you sing it yesterday?
Of course not.
He sang it years back. Gari Silebeji of Sonny Ade. Where did he sing that song?
Should be 70s?
Oh, you are now talking. You see, this year, basically, we are talking realities. And if you don't want realities, let us begin to what? To paraphrase. We are talking realities. Okay, somebody spoke with me from Saudi Arabia. When I was there, a kilogram of ajwa was so priced. But now it says it's 50 riyal. Was it that like that years back? No. In America, if you have somebody there, call the person now. Where the price used to be stable, or prices used to be stable, those times some of us were there. But are they there today? No. But what we are talking is about reality of things. 2025, the way we started it with on high note of what? Very high inflation.
Yes.
Has it not dropped?
Of course it has.
It has dropped. So it has dropped, but some other things have taken over. One, somebody called me, he didn't send me in Kondu. That means something for the festival, the festivity. Well, I said no. He said, did you raise birds? That means fowls. I said I didn't raise fowls. Fowls sold this year 25, 30, 40,000. The one you used to raise. Some people diverted the funds from food because the prices of food have gone down. They now had excess to buy chicken. So it is interwoven. Politically too, it's also interwoven. How did we fare? That is the question. Politically, we have when you contrast and compare, have we fared better? Have we? That is the question. When you see multi-party democracy seemingly running toward one-party democracy, though have we fared? Because as I was coming, I read a piece that NNPP governor, the only governor NNPP as a party has in Nigeria, is trying to what? Trying to APC. When his godfather refused to budge for his own betterment, not for the betterment of the people of Kano. Get it right. That it will fare well if he changed to, or a cross-carpeted or carpet cross to APC. That is second time is sure, and some other goodies they are attached to cross-carpeting. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. So politically, we are now, the party that started with how many governors is now having close to about 29 governors. without election. We have not gone into an election this year, and it started this year. Maybe that is more time. Some of us will not leave that on the basis of the fact that because that party is this, we will not leave our party for another APC because APC seems to be reigning. But then getting this, get this, and get it clear. Yoruba, because I'm the only Yoruba here. If the push comes to the shove, I'm the only Yoruba here. Typical of what? Of Yoruba. So what I'm saying is that the point is this. The adage, the Yoruba adage, says something about this situation. Are we going to be pushed further? Are you going to leave? We will leave our house because they believe something. Okay, that the thing is a bata.
Okay, that's a drum.
Another form of drum.
Yeah.
When it starts to sound louder, it's getting to the precipice of breaking. The bata of APC, All Progressive Congress is sounding so louder to the extent that it will break. That is your that's why
maybe it will continue to sound louder. Your opinion on that? How have we fared, especially with the fear, just like Oluyole just mentioned, the fear of Nigeria tilting towards a one-party system. How have we fared politically?
Okay, so before I continue, Honorable, we are looking forward to have you in APC. Let the drum beat louder than that.
We are not going to talk about parties here. We are not talking about parties. Dr. Oluyole, we are talking Nigeria.
Yes, our focus is Nigeria.
No, let's talk politically
first.
Okay, first.
Yes.
So since Honorable Agua said the tune, I think I will. He has spoken so much, I kept on shifting my chair.
I've been watching you all along.
Let me just add my voice. Now, centuries before, centuries that will come even long after we have gone, there are some things that will change and there are some things that will never change. You see, let me bring the issue of the last Christmas we did. All over the world, when you hear Christmas, you think prices should go down, right? In our own society here, things go up. Even transportation. You begin to ask, that's why some people will say a lot of things that happen to human or all human endeavors are local. In the US, in the UK, prices came down. But in Nigeria here, things were just going up. What a huge contrast. However, when it comes down to the political environment, there was a time in this country under the auspices of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we had only one AD governor. Heavens didn't fall. As a matter of fact, we pulled through. Today, if PDP or NNPP is remaining one, they should enjoy the beat.
Are you not saying that because you're not at the receiving end of this situation?
We've been there before.
So this is like a payback time?
It's not like payback. It's not like payback. It's what you are saying. How do we put it now? We say it's life.
Is that life? Because the reality here is this. These things don't just happen.
Right.
Okay, political, maneuverings and inducement and all that are all part of this process.
Okay, so now if you put, let's come a bit local because I'm also local here too, despite the fact that also know I go through a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. I'm like waiting for him to be in APC.
Okay.
And I know that will surely.
But he has already said it's
All right,
not.
so let's just go back to that question. Really, politically, is Nigeria progressing?
Okay, yes.
Or are we just still at
the same point politically?
My answer is yes, Nigeria is progressing.
All right.
Now I'll give you my reasons. First of all, we are not under any military regime. Myself and you can sit down here talking because there's this freedom to talk, right? So whether even the issue of elections or no elections, you can vote, right? Whether it's a controversial result or not controversial, you can still vote and get somebody elected as. We all cannot be in leadership position, true or false. That would be chaos. That's a jungle. Are you getting? So what is Nigeria progressing politically? The answer is capital letter yes. It may not be the speed we want. Even the so-called America today was built over centuries. What you even have in the US today now is something you can never imagine to be hearing. And that's supposed to be like an advanced society, an advanced democracy. You know, talk of a country that is coming from since 1999, with all of the issues we've got, even in the middle and outside. I mean, it may be at slow speed. We're not where we used to be. That's the point.
We say we're progressing. I think for most people, the problem is not that we have political parties and people defecting from one party to the other. It's the fact that each of our political parties do not seem to have a clear ideology. It would be a difficult thing for someone in the Republican Party in the United States to defect to the Democratic Party.
Okay, so now, like I said earlier, all of these things take time. There was a time post-carpeting was like a taboo, right? But now it's like pure water. However, if you place sugar somewhere, you always find ants coming from everywhere to be part of it. What is happening in, well, let's be specific now. You say people cross-carpeting to APC now, and Honorable Agbo said drums are beating and maybe they are predicting that the drum will blast. No, that drum will not blast now. It won't even blast forever.
That remains to be seen.
Well, the gospel alives more than that, because what you intend to do now is, and that is why we are going through a lot of leadership crisis. I think for us it's more of leadership. Thank God for the leadership we've got now at the APC. Unlike before. If they work on their own leadership crisis, if they work on their own human systems, I'm sure they will get it right. Right.
Will they? Because a lot of people are already accusing the APC of interfering in the internal politics of other parties.
What would Asiwaju, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu gain by destroying any political party? What is he going to gain?
Anyway, let's move away from politics now to the economy. There have been issues of the tax reform. At the beginning of this administration, we had the inflation rate at over 30, whereas at November this year, it was 14.45%. What is Nigeria doing right economically, and what needs to still be done to get us there?
There are components that make up the economy. You cannot just pick the inflation part of it and leave the rest out of it. You've got things like GDP. Right. Now, that itself is like a major fulcrum too, just like you've got all of those things you just said now. Last year we did 3.9. This year we're doing 4.2, and hopefully by God's grace 2026 we'll do more than that. That's the GDP growth. And those things are driven by some aspects of the economy, those sectors, especially the informal sector. I'm sure you know the informal sectors are the ones our youths are doing, like petty trading, telecom services, before it's coming to the big ones like the manufacturing and the oil and gas side. Right. 65% of that growth is from the informal sector. Now, what are the indications that these things are moving? Because you don't just say, inflation is going up and going up. Yeah, it's going up, and something is driving the inflation. What is driving the inflation? Poverty, unemployment. sometimes in the government side, because an economy, Nigeria is practicing a mixed economic system where you have the private sector and the public sector, right? Now the private sector are doing well, the public sector too is doing well. But when you have a mixed environment, now one will be doing more than the other. Now the indicators that push that growth for this year are from the informal sector, next to the public sector, which was practically driven by the economic policies. Look at the removal of fuel subsidy. That itself pushed what you have Dangote doing today, the price war, right?
Well, let's not forget that Dangote refinery was already being built before President Tinubu came in.
If you don't have a conducive environment for people like Dangote to operate, it's not going to fly.
I'm sorry, I think I want to bring this whole thing back to Honorable Agoro, because now you mentioned a lot of things. One of the things you mentioned is inflation and the fact that subsidy was removed. Now let's not forget that subsidy was removed at the same time when the Naira was devalued, and that actually brought in lots of hardship when Nigerians are concerned. Now power is also a problem in the country. Now you spoke of the growth of the informal sector. How is the informal sector growing and contributing when infrastructure is actually difficult to come by? Power is not there, so the informal sector relies very much on power. When you're talking about youth going online, doing various jobs and services, they require power, which they struggle to get. Unless we're talking about now, but fuel used to be very high, now it's dropping. So it's like the cost of production went up. So I mean, I'm finding it difficult to reconcile the two. Agoro, what's your take on this?
In order to talk on the policies of this government, that is what it has come down to. Ordinarily, if I were to be elected as the president of Nigeria, as at the time the president now was also elected,
2023,
given my little knowledge of economics, I will also do the same thing that you did.
The value Naira and the move subsidy at the same time.
Anybody who was a student of economics, who has been to the economic class, talk of any aspect of economics, be it development economics, be it monetary economics, or be it public finance, just look at it that way. Those two things, economists anywhere who is sincere will tell you we have to look into it. I've been opportuned, the way I used to say, so I've been there. Why would I do that? When I know subsidy benefited only a few, how was it benefiting them? Yuguda, the former governor of Bauchi State, said he followed, was it Jonathan, the president then, to as far as China, and was begging him, please remove subsidy. Those who are benefiting said they have amassed so much wealth that they don't even know what to do with it. But as long as that policy continues, the money will not be taken to the sea. It has to be made by what? By individuals involved. By those individuals, how do they make those money? Everybody will just go because it's close to those people in DPR and brought in a vessel of 4.5 metric tons of petrol, even if it is, last water. You know what they cover last water? That is the water they put in the ship to make it balance.
Okay.
That ship, as you are seeing, is carrying so much water. It's not empty. They will just go there. You as a DPR officer will just go there, climb up and dip and do this. Oh yes, it is 4.5 and there was nothing in that vessel. So Jamila, to anybody will collect our own share. You will also collect your own share and you will go. Some people, just with that, they will billions of naira. How do I say? Billions of naira. When we say they benefit individuals, oh, why doesn't individuals? But the price of fuel went down. That is because government was pumping money at that level. Then you came to the issue, or you come to the issue of naira finding its appropriate what? Appropriate value. It's not devaluation. Fine.
So you just stop supporting it.
Then somebody, I won't mention the name, will go to CBN to go and buy dollars at 200 naira. When you have to source it, or you have to source it from outside at 450, 500 naira. If such person, that is what they call rent-seeking economy or arbitrage. Arbitrage. You don't have to work. You are sitting in an AC-powered room, not sweating. Just call Dr. Oluyole, the CBN governor, or a director, or the deputy director of deputy governor of CBN operations. I need $1 million because you are connected to the president. You will not go there. They will also bring it to you in their boxes.
So are we saying all those no longer happen?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not the one to tell you. One of the participants said so, and that is Bua. Bua said it that today, as far as he is concerned, he does not know where the new CBN governor lives. But then you have to know him or know somebody that is very close to him before you can purchase. Those are the people using our hard-earned foreign currencies.
It means these policies are yielding results.
That is why I said, as Lanre Agoro, the will-be president or the elected president of Nigeria, I will also engage in that policy, but I will do it differently.
All right. Okay, so before you do it, or tell us how you will do it differently, we'll be taking this commercial break, and the program will continue right after that. Just stay with us.
There is a new recipe to delicious tasty meals.
Really?
Oh yes, it's Tasty Cubes chicken flavor. Give every meal that finger-licking taste.
Oh yeah?
Yes, so Tasty Cubes chicken flavor brings out a fantastic taste in everyday meals.
Wow.
I love this Tasty Cubes chicken flavor already. It's surely whetting my appetite. In that case, what are you waiting for? Hurry now and go and buy your own Tasty Cubes chicken flavor to keep that finger-licking taste in your cooking.
Yes, now.
Tasty Cubes chicken flavor brings out the inviting flavor in your meal. Tasty Cubes chicken flavor comes in different pack sizes: 100 grams, 400 grams, and 600 grams. It is also available in powder form.
This line not moving. Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow. Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled. Finally, quick and easy. Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first. You're welcome back to Breakfast Fiesta on Oluyole 98.5 FM, where we are reviewing Nigeria in 2025 with our guests Oluyole and Dr. Oluyole. So before that break, well, Honorable Agura admitted and agreed that the economy is doing well, but that he would do it, he would have done it differently. So briefly, Honorable Agura, because I do not want people asking me after the program, how would he have done it differently? All right, do it differently.
You are giving the opportunity. You see, Jamila, the point you say, how will I have done it? Those two policies, major one as they are, you are admitting that people should tighten their ropes, adjust their belt and their ways of life, but you are not adjusting yours. You are not adjusting yours. You just all of a sudden decided to purchase 150 billion naira what aircraft when we have 11 in the presidential fund. Those ones that you said they were not working, you offered them for sale. You didn't get it. It was the one that the president took outside Nigeria recently. One of them. All you need to do as journalists, investigative journalists, go to the tarmac, the presidential wing, or in Amdazikwe, you will see all those things there. They are flying them. When what do you call it? The Senate president came to Oyo for the Okan of Yoruba land. He brought one of those fleets. He brought one of them. Ever since, reporters say that you have spent more than another 100 billion refurbishing the same thing you purchased, added to the cost of purchase, which is 150. billion, making almost 300 billion naira being spent. If you have to tell me to adjust, then you have to start first. Water begins, they said, the popular saying is, fish begins to rot from the what? From the head. The policy has to start with me. Buhari got there, is no longer. You visited House of Villa. You started with Sachi what? Sachi tea. Sachi Milu, Sachi tea, Sachet. When people were used to all those other things other than that.
Honorable Agoro, the president is cutting costs.
No, it's not. By that, I'll give you an example. No, I'll give you an example which
okay, so you would have, Honorable Agoro,
which they cannot refute.
You would have tightened your belt.
In the budget, I will say that. In the budget, the moment the first supplementary budget the president did 5.9 billion naira for the presidential what vehicles, 2.9 for his wife. Again, another one. I've been to State House Marina, 29 billion naira for the refurbishment of State House Marina.
Have you seen?
No. We want to complete the vice presidential board. At this point, when you have people to level and you spend almost 30 billion naira.
All right. What you would have done differently? To tighten your belt.
To balance it.
Cost of governance has always been an issue.
It is important for me. I'm not a prophet of do as I say, don't do as I do. Examples are better than precepts. They are giving up precepts, not examples.
Thank you very much. You know that cost of governance has always been a cause for concern, especially in Nigeria. But before we delve into that, because you said you were only going to tell me what you would have done differently, and you went into Let's move away from the economy quickly to security. I know. I'm coming back to that.
The president is trying his best to cut costs.
All right.
Those things, you need all the things he quoted. You need to be in those places and see the level of work that has been done in those places. You cannot compare reconstruction work with a full-fledged building.
You ought to
We're going to go further. It's not going to.
The president will not be sleeping on the trees.
Let's move away to security. At the beginning of the program, this is about Nigeria.
Yes.
Not about parties. All right, so it's not about our guests taking sides with what their parties are doing or what their representatives are doing. It is about Nigeria, and we are trying to forge a way forward.
Yes.
All right, so we move away from economy to security. Yes, we've had a lot of efforts being put into that.
Replacement of service chiefs.
The highest chunk or the biggest chunk of the budget goes into security every year. And at a point in time, the military was boasting and saying that indeed we are winning in our fight against insecurity. Suddenly, sometime this year, the mass abduction
of school children
resumed. And Nigerians started wondering whether we had gone back to the dark ages. School children, school girls were abducted. Of course, they have been rescued, they have been released. But as far as our security is concerned, Dr. Oluyole, how have we fared in 2025?
Okay, thank you, Jamila. You see, we need to thank God for this current dispensation. We thank God for the leadership God has given to us in the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has performed where some people chickened out. He has performed where some people ran away from their responsibilities. We are not encouraging bad things, but they do happen. Now, when these things happen, it's not to anybody's joy. We are all parents too. And those of us in leadership too, we've got children too. If any of our kids or what were involved in things like that, the same effort we put in what was done still will be replicated. So unfortunate things like that happened this year, but I can assure you, and the truth be told, things are happening differently to avoid situations like that. Security is not just about somebody sitting down somewhere and calling the shots. Security is about, it's all encompassing. There's a community involvement, there's a local, state, even some non-state actors involvement. There are some of these things, because the security is not something you say on radio or say on television, because some of it will not be understood.
Be that as it may, when you look at the approach to security, or especially when it comes to kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, a lot of people in Nigeria have this particular feeling that it seems there are some complicity in some quarters. Now, just a couple of days ago, we're told that the United States, in coordination with the Nigerian government, bombed some areas in Sokoto.
On the 25th of December.
Now, when you look at the way the information was released, it gave the impression that even the military wasn't really aware of what happened. And let me finish. Now, it felt more like it was the presidency who actually knew about it. And let's not forget that under Biden's administration, the U.S. Command, AFRICOM, actually leveled an allegation against the Nigerian military, saying that whenever they release intelligence, they find out that those intelligence found them their way into the hands of the terrorists. Is it possible that the president deliberately kept that hidden until the whole thing was done? Is that the way we were able to achieve that success?
Expected the president to say the American troops are coming in.
Not to the people. Not to the people. Okay, because so we have the military. Military has its own public relations unit.
That operation took place with the real-time knowledge of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We have no doubt about that.
Are you getting?
But then the Nigerian military.
Every human resource or material resource was put in place to avoid human casualties and to maintain some level of success. Whether it is, well, the way you look at security sometimes is different. Public opinion is different from what is really happening if you are even a state actor or somebody on that seat who needs to call the shot. Now, when that kind of information comes to you as a leader, what do? You take action. For the president to have allowed such to happen, he must have gotten information that some of us yet don't have, or most of us will not have. Are you getting? So whether it was, well, a lot of people say they call it so many things since that day, but I must assure you that that was in the best interest of the country.
All right. So Honorable Aguru, your opinion, security in Nigeria in 2025?
We have not fared better. We have not fared better.
All right.
But when your best is not enough, we have to say it. We started when there was the escalation of crisis or hits, but then we have added two things. We were used to Boko Haram in the northeast,
terrorism,
and the bandits in the northwest. Before Buhari wound up, we had Lapurawa in Kebbi, and we have had Mahmuda now in Kwara State.
But are we not winning, or at least making effort in our fight against insecurity?
Is not working, but we are not winning.
We are not doing.
We are winning the war.
No, we are not.
We are winning the war.
We are winning the war. No, that is on hope. On hope, you might be right, because some of you have hope.
It's not
sorry, doctor. You see, I've always kept my peace when somebody is making it, because I will always have the opportunity.
So we still need to do more, honorable, because we really have to go now. We really have to go. We are not. We are not faring better. So we still have a lot to do.
Let me just number this. In day before yesterday, I went to my.
We do not have time for that.
No. My just called me, and also she told me that in Eruku, in Kwara State, that his uncle with two children were abducted. They had to pay 21 million naira. Two are doing 1.5, making 3 million, and with bottles of malt, cartons of malt, before they were released, if of what If of
so there's still a lot to do. All right. Thank you. We wish we could go on and on because they still have a whole lot to do. But of course, we'll revisit this.
Yes.
Maybe in 2026 as projection for the year 2026. Thank you very much, Dr. Obadiah Oluyole, for coming on today's on Breakfast Fiesta, and Honorable Larry Agoro. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for your time. Yes, and to you at home too, thank you for being a part of the program. My name is Jamila Elegede. Do have a happy new year ahead.
I am Ido Shekodi. See you next time. Bye.
Ohun èlò tuntun kan ti wà fún sísè àwọn oúnjẹ aládùn. Ṣé lóòótọ́? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, Tasty Cube chicken flavour ni o, tí wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn èròjà àbáláyé láti sọ gbogbo oúnjẹ tá a ṣe ìdàjẹ́ pọ́nnu lá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, Tasty Cube chicken flavour á fàdùn ara máa ń da sóúnjẹ. Mo ti gba ti Tasty Cube chicken flavour lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀, má jáfara o, sáré lọ ra Tasty Cube chicken flavour tiẹ̀ lónìí láti máa jẹ̀gbádùn oúnjẹ àjẹpọ́nnu lá. Tasty Cubes chicken flavour ó ń fún wa lóúnjẹ tó gbádùn. Tasty Cubes chicken flavour ó wà lọ́lọ́gọ́rùn-ún gíráàmù, ọlọ́gọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin gíráàmù àti ọlọ́gọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà gíráàmù. Ó tún wà níyẹ̀ fún.
For insurance is like carrying an umbrella just in case it rains. But what if it doesn't? With regular insurance, you get nothing if you make no claim. With no Takaful insurance, you might just get cash back for the next day.
There's no way to do ethical insurance. No Takaful insurance, where you win by claims which are paid promptly or win by profit sharing. Visit notakaful.ng or download the Raha app to get started. No Takaful, your win-win partner.
Good morning. The news on the hour has reacted to the recent comments attributed to a former governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, who alleged that the federal government handed 50 billion naira to Governor Seyi Makinde as a relief fund for the victims of the January 2024 Bodija State explosion. The state government, in a release issued in Ibadan, the state capital, by Dr. Sulaiman Omarewaju, who is the special advisor to Governor Seyi Makinde, stated that the allegations are not only misleading, they are deliberately disingenuous. The release stated that the federal government did not give Governor Makinde 50 billion naira as alleged by former Governor Fayose. According to the release, this is why former Governor Fayose was unable to provide evidence to show the disbursement when asked to do so. The release stated further that what exists on record is a request and a promise, not a disbursement of 50 billion naira. It further stated that in the immediate aftermath of the tragic January 2024 Bodija explosions, which claimed lives, destroyed homes, and traumatized an entire community, President Bola Tinubu did not visit Oyo State, while Governor Makinde traveled to Abuja personally, armed with a comprehensive report of the incident and a formal request for support from the federal government. Following that engagement, the federal government promised a 50 billion naira support package, stating that a promise, however, is not a release. When it was time to act, only 30 billion naira was released. There's partial relief. Roads within the affected axis were repaired. Reconstruction is ongoing, and a planned memorial at Ground Zero will honor the lives lost. Policies and security architecture have also been upgraded and strengthened to ensure that such an incident does not reoccur in the state. The release added that it is important to underline this point that the 4.5 billion naira often quoted as announced by the state government refers to direct support to victims. And that ends the news on the hour. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ìròyìn ní ṣókí. Akọ̀wé ètò ìròyìn gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Ọ̀mọ̀wé Sùláìmán Ọláníwájú ti sọ wípé kò sí òótọ́ nínú ìròyìn tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì nígbà kan rí Ayọ̀délé Fáyọ̀ṣe sọ nípa gómìnà Mákindé pé ó tẹ́wọ́ gba 50 bílíọ̀nù náírà owó ìrànwọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu lásìkò ìbúgbàmù tó wáyé nílùú Ìbàdàn lọ́dún 2024. Ìbúgbàmù tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn lóṣù kínní ọdún 2024 ní Àdìyẹ Avenue ló ṣe púpọ̀ èèyàn 5 nígbà tí èèyàn 77 mìíràn fara ṣèṣe, kódà ilégbèé bíi 55 ló bàjẹ́ kanlẹ̀. Ṣáájú ni gómìnà Mákindé ti ṣe àbẹ̀wò sílé ìjọba nílùú Àbújá lọ́jọ́ 22 oṣù kínní ọdún 2024 láti gbé àbọ̀ iṣẹ́ ìwádìí nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà fún ààrẹ Tinubu. Lásìkò ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú akọ̀wé fẹ́tọ̀ ìròyìn Mákindé ló ti pè Fáyọ̀ṣe níjà láti mú àwọn ẹ̀rí wá nípa àwọn ẹ̀sùn náà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní ìfèsì sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Fáyọ̀ṣe sọ lórí ẹ̀rọ móhùnmáwòrán TVC lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì pé gómìnà Mákindé kùnà láti sọ fún aráyé pé òun gba 50 bílíọ̀nù náírà owó ìrànlọ́wọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ààrẹ. Fáyọ̀ṣe ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ kò san 50 bílíọ̀nù náírà náà tààrà sínú àpò àsùnwọ̀n ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, àmọ́ gómìnà Mákindé gba owó náà níbi ìpàdé tó ṣe pẹ̀lú ààrẹ. Èyí lópin ìròyìn ní ṣókí wa, ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
Àmì òjèjì rédíò tí ọlá fi wé Olúyọ̀lé FM àwa ní bàbá.
Ìkànnì Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM nìbàdàn náà ni a ṣì ti ń kàn sí nígbà àsìkò títò fún ètò Gavi Oya.
Àríbí nice àti kéwà arábà ń bí.
You wanna live long, you wanna stay strong, you wanna live long and stay strong. Ogun bílẹ̀ afúnni ni wọ́n sọ, olóyún abẹ́rẹ́ láì ṣiṣẹ́ abẹ́, ewé ń jẹ́, ogun jẹ́. Má ṣe lògùn without doctor's prescription. Mo tẹnumọ́, call on doctor's attention if you need solution. Mo tẹnumọ́. Too much is given, much is expected. Ìlera lọ́rọ̀, just give much is ìlera lọ́rọ̀. Live long, stay long. Ìlera lọ́rọ̀. Live long, stay strong.
Ìwọ Sátidé aláboyún ẹ múra o. Túbọ̀ bó bá ṣe bí ẹni bá ẹ̀ àbíkọ́jú máa ṣú. Aláboyún onígbò bí náà tó lé lọ kọjá sí ìbìtì. Orí pélé ra lọ́rọ̀ o. Àbó ṣe dáadáa bá aláboyún ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má ṣe ṣe ìwọ sọ sílẹ̀ o. Ẹ ò gbọ́dọ̀ tó.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí àkótún ètò Gafi Oya. Mo ti ní pé kí a máa kí ara wa pé a kú ọdún, a kú ìyèdún, ẹ̀mí wa yóò ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ rẹ̀. Ọdún tó ń bọ̀ táwọn lọ náà yìí ọdún ayọ̀ ni fún gbogbo wa. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣúra lórí ètò Gafi Oya, ọ̀rọ̀ ìlera òun náà ni a máa ń gbé yẹ̀wò. Ká má sọ pé nítorí ọdún bá ṣe ń ṣe ọdún òun náà ló yẹ ká máa mójútó ìlera ara wa. Ìlera òun náà ni ọ̀rọ̀. Ètò Gafi Oya ni ó gorí afẹ́fẹ́ mọ́ríkàn ní 98.5 Olúyọ̀lé FM ni ẹ ti láǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ ètò ọ̀hún. Kí ni ohun tí a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò lónìí lórí ètò òun náà ni àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ilé ọmọ. Kí ni àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ilé ọmọ? Ọ̀nà wo ni a fi lè dáàbò bo àwọn ọmọ wa, ní pàtàkì jùlọ àwọn ọmọ obìnrin wa? Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbọ́ àlàyé síwájú sí.
wà nípa èjìká àwọn ìyá. Ó gbé púpọ̀ ju bó ṣe mọ̀ lọ. Ìyá fún ara ẹ̀ kò mọ iye ẹrù tó lè gbé sórí ẹ̀. Ní ìgbà míì, ẹ̀rù bíbà. Ọjọ́ mìíràn, ìrètí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí nínú mi ní ọjọ́ tí mo gbọ́ nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ. Mo ń fọ aṣọ ní òwúrọ̀ ọjọ́ náà tí mo sì ń ronú owó ilé ìwé, owó ọjà àti ìdí tí ìfẹ́ fi yarí pé òun ò jẹ ẹ̀wà tí mo sè. Kò tiẹ̀ gba àkàrà lọ́wọ́ mi gan. Bí mo ṣe gbọ́ lórí ẹ̀rọ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ mi pé
àìsàn yìí lè fa àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ ṣùgbọ́n abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára wà tí ó lè dènà rẹ̀.
Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni mo dáwọ́ dúró. Jẹjẹrẹ? Ó mú mi rántí màmá Ọmọ́táyọ̀. Lọ́jọ́ kan ara rẹ̀ dá bí ẹni tí ò ní ìṣòro kankan. Lẹ́yìn ọ̀sán yẹn a gbọ́ pé màmá Ọmọ́táyọ̀ ṣàìsàn. Ó ṣàìsàn gan-an. Kí wọ́n tó mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ ti tàn ká gbogbo ara màmá Ọmọ́táyọ̀. Ohun tó wá dùn mí jù ni pé wọ́n ní wọ́n lè ti dènà àrùn náà tí wọ́n bá ti tètè mọ̀ ní àkókò. Mo wo Ìfẹ́, ọmọ mi kò tí ì pé ọmọ ọdún 9, ìgbà gbogbo sì ni inú ẹ̀ máa ń dùn, ó sì máa ń béèrè ìbéèrè tó ju ọjọ́ orí rẹ̀ lọ. Aláàrẹ̀ sì ní pé kó di gbajúgbajà aránṣọ ní ọjọ́ iwájú.
Màámi, ṣé mo lè wọ ẹ̀wù aláwọ̀ féfé mi lónìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa ń sọ lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ̀wù aláwọ̀ féfé yìí ní ṣá. Ó dàbí ẹni pé aṣọ yìí ni wọ́n yàn fọmọ yìí kó máa wọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ o. Ṣá wọ ẹ̀wù yẹn ìwọ ọmọ yìí? Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ o jàre, lẹ́yìn tí mo gbọ́ nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń kojú àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ lórí ẹ̀rọ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ mi, kíá ni mo lọ bá baálé mi lábẹ́ igi tó wà lẹ́yìn ilé wa ní àárọ̀ ọjọ́ Sátidé yẹn. Bàbá Ìfẹ́, ọkọ mi, ǹjẹ́ ẹ tiẹ̀ ti gbọ́ nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń kojú àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ?
Èwo tún ni àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ? Dúró, orí ẹ̀rọ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ló ti gbọ́ àbí? Ìyá Ìfẹ́, ìwọ àti àwọn ẹ̀rọ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀ yìí. Ní ìgbà tiwa, abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kọ́kọ́ ṣoṣo tí a mọ̀ ní ewé ewúro. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń bá lọ báyìí, wọ́n máa sọ pé tí a bá fẹ́ kúrò nílé, a máa nílò láti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára.
Ojoojúmọ́ ni wọ́n máa ń ra súyà jẹ lójú títì láì béèrè nǹkan kan. Ó wá di ọ̀rọ̀ àjẹsára nísìn, ó fẹ́ máa sọ́ dìjíròrò fún mi àbí? Bàbá Ìfẹ́, ó ò dé jẹ́ kí n parí ọ̀rọ̀ mi.
Má bínú, ó yá parí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ. Kí ni àjẹsára yìí gan-an?
Bàbá Ìfẹ́, wọ́n ló máa ń dáàbò bo àwọn ọmọbìnrin láti dènà àìsàn ọjọ́ iwájú, ìyẹn àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ.
Ó dáa, ó yá ká sọ pé a fẹ́ gba àjẹsára yìí fún Ìfẹ́. Ṣé kò kéré jù láti máa ṣe àníyàn nípa gbogbo nǹkan báyìí? Ní àfikún, ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ ni?
Rárá, mo fi sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Èwo ni? Jẹ́ kó yé mi.
Mo fi sọ pé ó jẹ́ àkókò tó dáa láti fún ní àjẹsára náà. Ọmọ ọdún 9 ni Ìfẹ́, àti pé wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n lè fún àwọn ọmọbìnrin ọ̀dọ́, àti pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀fẹ́ sì tún ni. Ìjọba ló ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò náà. Wọ́n ń lọ sí àwọn ilé ìwé àti ilé ìwòsàn.
Àrùn jẹjẹrẹ. Ó dáa o, tí ó bá dáa fún, jẹ́ kí a wádìí ẹ̀ sí.
Bí èmi àti ọkọ mi ṣe lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn nìyẹn o. Wọ́n sì dáhùn gbogbo ìbéèrè wa dáadáa. A sì padà lọ sí ilé láti lọ mú ọmọ wa Ìfẹ́. Mo wọ aṣọ mi tí ó dára jùlọ, a sì lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn ní ọjọ́ náà.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà, ṣé mú Ìfẹ́ wá fún abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nọ́ọ̀sì, ṣùgbọ́n ṣé kò ní ewu kankan bí ẹ ti sọ?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá Ìfẹ́, ẹ gbà á. Ó jẹ́ láti dáàbò bò lọ́wọ́ àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé ọmọ nígbà tí ó bá dàgbà. Ó ṣiṣẹ́ dára jùlọ ṣáájú kí ó tó bàlágà, àti pé ó jẹ́ ìwọ̀n lílò ẹ̀kan.
Lóòótọ́, kò ní pa lára àbí?
Lẹ́yìn ìrora kékeré ní ojú abẹ́rẹ́ náà, bí èyíkéyìí àjẹsára mìíràn, díẹ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọbìnrin tí ó bá gbà á lè ní ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì tàbí ibà kékeré fún bí ọjọ́ kan tàbí méjì nìkan. Lẹ́yìn náà ó ti parí. Nítorí náà kò sí nǹkan kan láti bẹ̀rù, èyí tó kù kékeré ni.
Mo wò ó bí Ìfẹ́ ṣe di ojú rẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti ń fún un ní àjẹsára náà. Ọmọ mi jẹ́ ọmọ tó ní akíkanjú, kò tiẹ̀ sunkún. Ní alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn, bàbá rẹ̀ béèrè bí nǹkan ṣe rí.
Ṣé kò dákú?
dákúkẹ̀ bàbá ìfẹ́ kì í ṣe ohun gbogbo ló dàbí eré àgbéléwò Yorùbá jàre. arẹ́rìn-ín ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsàlẹ̀ ọkàn mi inú mi